If you're over 50 and taking a daily multivitamin, you probably think it's your ticket to more energy, sharper focus, or aging like a fine wine. I thought the same thing. A few years ago, I was popping a multivitamin every morning, convinced I was doing my body a favor. I'd grab whatever was on sale, swallow it with a sip of water, and move on, feeling like I'd checked the health box for the day. But then I started feeling sluggish, my stomach would act up, and I wondered, is this even working? After diving into the research and talking to experts, I realized I was making some big mistakes that could have been harming me more than helping. Turns out millions of seniors are in the same boat, taking multivitamins the wrong way, wasting money, or even risking their health. Today, I'm walking you through the 10 biggest multivitamin mistakes we make as we age and exactly how to fix them. These aren't just little slip ups, they're habits, myths, and oversights that can block absorption, mess with your meds, or overload your system with nutrients you don't need. By the end, you'll have a clear, science backed plan to make your multivitamin work for you, not against you. So, grab a pen, maybe your supplement bottle, and let's get started. Mistake number one, assuming all multivitamins are created equal. Picture yourself standing in the supplement aisle, staring at a sea of bottles, capsules, gummies, powders, ones labeled Senior Vitality, Men's Health, or Women's Glow. It's overwhelming, right? I used to just pick the one with the brightest label or the best deal, thinking they all did the same thing. Huge mistake. Not all multivitamins are the same, and choosing the wrong one can mean you're getting zero benefits or even causing harm. Some are packed with cheap synthetic ingredients your body can't use, like magnesium oxide, which has an absorption rate so low it's practically useless for most people over 50. Others, like those sugary gummy vitamins, are loaded with artificial dyes and fillers that can build up over time and cause issues. Then there's the dosage problem. Some multivitamins have tiny amounts of nutrients that don't move the needle, while others overdose you on fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, or E, which can accumulate and become toxic. For example, my neighbor Linda, who's 62 and managing osteoporosis, needs a totally different formula than my 70-year-old uncle, who's focused on heart health and takes blood thinners. Their bodies, lifestyles, and health goals are worlds apart, so don't fall for the one-size-fits-all trap. Check the label for high-quality bioavailable ingredients, like methylcobalamin for B12 or magnesium citrate instead of oxide. Pick a formula tailored to your age, gender, and specific needs. Your body's unique, so your multivitamin should be too. Mistake two, taking your multivitamin on an empty stomach. I used to roll out of bed, grab my multivitamin, and wash it down with water, thinking I was kicking off the day right. But then I'd feel queasy, like my stomach was staging a protest. Sound familiar? Taking your multivitamin on an empty stomach is a common mistake that can make it less effective and harder on your gut. Your body needs food, especially healthy fats, to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Without fat, those nutrients just pass through, wasted. Plus, ingredients like iron, zinc, or B vitamins can irritate your stomach, especially as we age and our digestion gets more sensitive. I figured this out when I started taking my multivitamin with a breakfast of oatmeal topped with walnuts and a drizzle of olive oil. No more nausea, and I actually started noticing a boost in energy. The fix? Take your multivitamin with a meal that includes healthy fats. Think avocado, nuts, or a piece of salmon. And skip the coffee or tea when you take it. The caffeine and tannins can block minerals like iron or calcium. Try water or a glass of grapefruit juice instead to help absorption. This one small change can double or triple how much your body gets from your multivitamin. It's like upgrading from a bicycle to a sports car for nutrient delivery. Mistake number three, overlooking medication interactions. This one's a biggie, and it hit close to home. My mom was taking a multivitamin alongside her blood pressure meds, and she had no idea the vitamin K in it could mess with her prescription. It wasn't until her doctor noticed her blood work was off that we caught it. Multivitamins can clash with medications, either making them less effective or amplifying side effects. For example, calcium, magnesium, or iron, common in multivitamins, can bind to antibiotics or thyroid meds, stopping them from working properly. If you're on something like levothyroxine for your thyroid, taking it too close to your multivitamin could throw your levels out of whack. Vitamin E or high dose vitamin C can also interfere with cholesterol meds or blood thinners. The scary part? Most supplement labels don't warn you about this, and your doctor might not know what brand you're using. My mom dodged a bullet, but not everyone's that lucky. So here's the plan: make a list of all your medications and supplements and share it with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask if anything in your multivitamin could cause problems and whether you need to space them out. Sometimes a few hours makes all the difference. Awareness and timing are everything here. So, mistake number 4: overdosing on fat soluble vitamins. I used to think if a little vitamin A is good, more must be better. Boy, was I wrong. Fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K don't flush out of your body like water soluble ones. They stick around in your liver and fat tissues, and too much can lead to serious trouble. Too much vitamin A can cause headaches, bone thinning, or even liver damage. Excess vitamin D can spike calcium levels, leading to kidney stones or heart issues. I learned this the hard way when I was taking a multivitamin, a separate vitamin D pill, and drinking fortified almond milk, not realizing I was way over the limit. My doctor caught it during a routine blood test, thank goodness. The solution? Read every label: your multivitamin, other supplements, even fortified foods like cereals or juices. Add up your total intake and compare it to the safe upper limits for your age. If you're unsure, a simple blood test can check your levels for things like vitamin D or A. More isn't always better, it's often risky. Keep it balanced to keep it safe. Mistake number 5: ignoring bioavailability. This one was a game changer for me. I was taking a multivitamin religiously for months, but I didn't feel any different. Then I learned about bioavailability, how much of a nutrient your body can actually absorb and use. Some multivitamins use cheap forms like magnesium oxide, which has an absorption rate of less than 5%. So if the label says 200 milligrams, you're lucky to get 10 milligrams. Or take B12. Cyanocobalamin is less effective than methylcobalamin, especially for us over 50 when stomach acid starts to drop. I switched to a multivitamin with magnesium citrate and methylcobalamin, and it was like flipping a switch. More energy, better focus. Look for bioavailable forms on the label: folate instead of folic acid, or capsules instead of hard tablets, which can pass through undigested. Your aging gut isn't as efficient, so don't waste money on nutrients your body can't use. If you're not feeling a difference after a few weeks, it might not be you. It might be your multivitamin. Mistake number 6: using a one size fits all formula. My friend Tom, a 58-year-old marathon runner, was taking the same senior multivitamin as his 72-year-old dad, who's managing diabetes. No surprise, it wasn't doing much for either of them. Your multivitamin should fit you like a custom suit, not a generic t shirt. A 55-year-old woman going through menopause needs different nutrients than a 68-year-old man with joint pain. Your diet, meds, and lifestyle, like being vegetarian or rarely getting sun, change what you need. Too much of one nutrient, like calcium, can block others, like magnesium or iron, creating imbalances. I started tailoring my multivitamin to my active lifestyle and low dairy intake, and it made a huge difference. So choose a formula that aligns with your health goals, diet, and conditions. If you can, get a nutrient test or talk to a nutritionist. Your body's not average, so why settle for an average multivitamin? Mistake number 7: skipping the cofactors. Here's a sneaky one. You might be taking all the right vitamins, D, B12, calcium, but still not seeing results. Why? You could be missing cofactors, the unsung heroes that make nutrients work. For example, vitamin D needs magnesium to convert into its active form. Without it, you're basically throwing your D supplements away. I was taking vitamin D for years to help my mood, but it wasn't until I added magnesium that I felt a lift. Same with calcium. It needs vitamin K2 to get into your bones instead of your arteries. B vitamins like B6, B12, and folate work together in a process called methylation, which supports everything from brain health to detox. If your multivitamin skips these helpers, it's like trying to start a car without a key. Check for bioavailable cofactors like magnesium glycinate, MK7, a form of K2, or methylfolate. Pair nutrients smartly: iron with vitamin C, D with magnesium. Your vitamins are a team, and they need all the players to win. Mistake number 8: thinking more is always better. We've all fallen for the more is better trap. I did when I started doubling up on vitamin C, thinking it supercharged my immune system. Instead, I got stomach cramps and diarrhea. Fun times. Overdoing nutrients, especially fat soluble ones like A, D, E, or K, can lead to toxicity. Too much vitamin E can increase bleeding risk, especially if you're on blood thinners. Even water soluble vitamins like B6 can cause nerve damage in high doses. I knew someone who was taking a multivitamin, a B complex, and an energy booster, not realizing they were triple dosing B vitamins. The fix? Add up every nutrient you're getting from all sources: multivitamins, single supplements, even fortified foods. Compare it to the tolerable upper limits for your age. Balance is key, not excess. Your body's not a warehouse. Don't overload it. Mistake number 9, not adjusting as you age. Your body at 65 isn't the same as it was at 50, but I bet a lot of us are still taking the same multivitamin we started years ago. I was, until my doctor pointed out my B12 levels were low because my stomach acid wasn't what it used to be. As we age, digestion slows, kidneys and liver work differently, and meds can deplete nutrients. For example, statins can lower CoQ10, and acid reflux meds can reduce B12 or calcium absorption. If you've started eating less meat or spending more time indoors, your needs shift too. A generic 50 plus formula won't cut it if you're now managing high blood pressure or recovering from surgery. Review your multivitamin every year. Talk to your doctor, maybe get a blood test to check levels. Think of it like updating your wardrobe. You wouldn't wear the same shoes you did a decade ago if they don't fit. Your multivitamins got to keep up with you. Mistake number 10, using multivitamins as a food replacement. This was my biggest wake up call. I used to think my multivitamin meant I could skimp on veggies or eat takeout without worry. Wrong. No pill, no matter how fancy, can replace real food. Whole foods give you fiber, phytonutrients, and antioxidants that work together in ways supplements can't. A handful of blueberries isn't just vitamin C, it's a nutrient powerhouse your body's built to use. I started focusing on colorful plates, spinach, sweet potatoes, grilled chicken, and using my multivitamin to fill tiny gaps, not as a meal substitute. Relying on pills can give you a false sense of security, letting you skip the foods your body craves. Build your diet around whole foods: veggies, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats. Your multivitamin's a backup singer, not the star of the show. Your plate's still the main event. Your action plan. You've got the lowdown on the 10 biggest multivitamin mistakes and how to dodge them. Now, here's how to put it into action. 1, check your multivitamin. Look at the ingredients, dosages, and forms. Are they bioavailable? Are they tailored to you? 2, match it to your life. Consider your age, health, meds, and diet. If you're unsure, a nutrient test or a chat with a doctor can help. 3, time it right. Take your multivitamin with a meal that has healthy fats and skip the coffee or tea to boost absorption. 4, stay flexible. Reassess your multivitamin every 6 to 12 months. Your body changes, and your supplements should too. Multivitamins aren't a magic fix, but they can be a powerful tool if you use them smartly. They're like a trusty co-pilot, supporting a foundation of real food and healthy habits, not replacing them. My journey with multivitamins taught me that small, informed changes can make a big difference. I went from feeling sluggish and skeptical to energized and empowered, all because I stopped guessing and started understanding what my body needed. You're not just aging, you're thriving, and your multivitamin can help you get there. So, take a look at your supplement bottle, ask yourself if it's really working for you, and make the tweaks that matter. Until next time, keep learning, keep eating well, and keep taking care of you.